welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, ma'am.
Very good morning. Have a seat.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning. Welcome to the speaking section of IELTS examination. My name is Sapna Dhamija and I would be your examiner for this part of the test, and this test would be recorded.
Good morning, ma'am.
What is your full name?
My full name is Jayant Dhillon.
Okay. How may I address you?
You may address me by my first name, Jayant.
Okay. Where do you come from, Jayant?
I basically come from a small town, Tohana, which is located in the state Haryana, and it is in the northern region of my country. Moreover, it's a very quiet and pleasant town.
Can you define your town in detail?
Yes, my town is a very quiet. Pleasant place, and the people are contribute. People contribute here in each and everything, and it's having all the facilities like schooling, hospitality, and connectivity to all the major cities like Chandigarh, Delhi, and many more states.
Okay. How do you celebrate New Year?
From the last 5 to 6 years, I usually celebrate New Year with my family members, or in some years I have celebrated with my friends also. As New Year is a very great event, we are starting a new year, we are having a good vibes with us. So celebrate New Year is a very good thing.
Okay. Do you still remember a New Year that you celebrated in a good way?
Yes, I obviously remember the New Year. It was the last New Year which passed, and the 2022 started. As I was in the Chandigarh with my uncle, so we celebrated a New Year in the Elante Mall Pyramid Club. It was very quite pleasant New Year which I celebrated. It was my also first experience to celebrate a New Year like this.
Okay, Jayant, why do people think New Year is a good beginning?
According to my point of view, people think that New Year is a new beginning because the old past activities which we have done in the last year are left behind, and we are starting with a new beginning, and many more journeys can be started with a great enthusiasm.
Okay, few questions will be based on taking rest. How often do you take rest, Jayant?
As I am having a very busy schedule due to my harsh studies and my other work, so I usually take rest for 30 to 40 minutes in a busy schedule.
What do you usually do when you are resting?
To be honest, I usually listen to the songs when I am resting, because while sitting in a alone place, that is my room, and I feel very calm, and my mood is totally refreshed while listening to the music.
How do you feel after taking a nap?
As nap is of small minutes, like 30 minutes or 45 minutes, I usually feel very refreshed, because after taking a nap, we can usually do any activity with a proper refresh mood.
Okay. Few questions will be based on singing. Can you sing songs?
To be honest, I cannot sing a song because it's not my personal hobby, but I love to listen songs of various kind of singers.
Okay. Did you sing song when you were a kid?
I not vividly remember that I sing a song, but I remember that I was in 6th standard. There was a competition in the school, and I sing a song and there.
Okay. This is end of the part 1, Jayant, and it is time to ask a cue card. So this is the cue card. So I'm giving you 1 minute to prepare your answer, and if you wish, you can make notes. Hello guys, if you want to know more about IELTS speaking for getting good band score, then download my ebook, and the link is given above. Thank you. Okay, Jayant, your time starts now.
As in my daily routine life, we usually meet various kind of people, but here I would like to talk about my father, who is a very interesting people for me, and I really like him because whenever we are free and we are having a leisure time, we usually spend time while sitting in at particular place. It could be a farmhouse, a home, or usually we travel to some different states. Like we are very fond to travel in hill stations, or in other cases we usually travel to the deserts also. So when we are sitting free, we usually discuss about our future plans and what activities we can do together, and what can enhance our more productivity, because I am a bit young and I can stand with my father while matching a shoulder with him, and after that he is also having a very great hope from me. Apart from this, when whenever I am stuck in any difficult situation and I'm not able to resolve that problem, then he always helps me a lot, because where my father can stand, no one is able to solve that problem according to his experience, his job life, or many other things he have seen in his life. Like he has studied in various kind of cities like Kurukshetra University, and more apart from this, in numerous kind of states he had did job like in Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh. So all over this, my father is a very quiet personality for me, and he is a role model for me also. As when we are in a good mood and we are talking something about, he is very reluctant also, as he is having one face of this side, because whenever I discuss a thing which I need, it could be a gift, it could be a small or big thing, doesn't matter, then he always deny that, because we can say that he is having a particular nature. But after that, when I usually convince him, he always says me, yes, that you can take it or you can do this thing, because he loves me a lot. He makes me like that. You should cope up with each and everything, and you should give your best at each and every point. So while continuing this, I can take example from last 3 months. We were having a wedding in my house, and I did approximately 1.5 lakh shopping, and that was not easy for each and every person. So this is the basic thing which I like about my father.
Stop it, Jay. Okay, now this is time to ask some follow-up questions, which would be based on the cue card topic. Okay, do you think today's generation least likely to spend time with the elders?
According to my point of view, both the cases individual are having the different mind of statement. If I talk about myself or in my family or in my neighbors, the usually youngsters like to spend time with elders because they share their own experience and the well things which can help them out. But if we talk about in metropolitan cities or the properly developed cities, they usually not like to spend time with their elders, because they see because they are a boring kind of person and they are not having a proper taste matching things. If we're talking about their own social media accounts or anything which they are talking, the thinking doesn't match with their elders.
So why their thinking do not match with the elders?
Here it is worth mentioning that the time generation is having a lot of gap. The technology has enhanced a lot, and each and every single kid is properly having a knowledge about a single technology. But the elders are not properly involved with the technology, or are not able to use each and everything. And rather than this, the older people are not easy to convince.
Do you think that technology is one of the major reasons that today's people do not like to spend time with the elders?
Yes, I'll say yes for that, because technology is making a very apart gap between the both of the generation, because the children love to use all the time their mobile phones, iPads or the TV, and the elder people say that you should go outside play, which is helpful for their health also. So technology is playing a very vital role in these kind of activities.
Okay, according to you, how people nowadays prefer to communicate with others?
As it is a time of technology era, the people usually communicate with some social media apps, or it could be by the direct phone call also. In the in their own country, we can say they will contact by the mobile phone, because internet is not at so much particular height that available at each and every rural place or a countryside. But if we talk about the international calls or out of their nation, they usually talk on the internet like WhatsApp.
Okay, do you think interaction between family members has declined these days as compared to the past?
To be honest, I will say that yes, the interaction has been decreased in these days, because the youth is approximately busy in their own works. Like someone is doing studying and they are having a lot of busy schedule, or if someone is in the work or job, they are having a proper burden from their office, or it could be from their business also. So they are not having a very spare time to spend with their elders.
Okay, what things youngsters like to talk about nowadays?
Youngster in these days usually talk about their future, because they are very concerned about their future and what would be best for the future, and how they can feed their parents up also in a proper manner, and the upcoming families, and to stable their own stability also. They usually discuss these things.
So you mean only only they talk about their future, nothing else.
It is a very major or common talk which is done in every individual. There are many also other talks, but it is the most common and considerable talk
So
between them.
what other things they talk about?
Yeah, they usually talk about when they are having a proper leisure time, that they can travel to a particular place and they can enjoy that. And moreover, it depends on the person to person where they are having a personal interest. It could be of this games also, traveling, watching a movie, spending a free time while sitting in a room. It could depends on the every individual.
Okay. Yes, Jayant, what advice older people can give to elders for better communication skills?
In my point of view, older people always give advice that you should be polite by your tongue, because your tongue is the first thing which is noticed by the other person. It could be a elder, younger, doesn't matter the age group. Or when we are sitting in front of any person, the first impression is the last impression which is made by your tongue.
Okay. So only this advice elders can give to the youngsters.
According my point of view, elders, older people usually give this common basic advice, because it is according to their experience. Moreover,
Do you think is there any other advice which they can give to today's generation?
yes, they are having a very many vital advice, because as they have seen a lot of time period according to the youngsters or the any other people, according to their experience, if they work in farms or any business, they can give a best advice of that also.
Thank you, Jan. This is end of the test.